noon. Is this the new time? We're testing out new times, so don't get too cozy with these new times. It doesn't matter because none of you watch these shows live anyway. But we're testing out Sundays at 12, which I actually we were talking about the implications of a weekend show, right? So especially live. So like a lot of us watch Twitch, a lot of us watch live YouTube content. None of us really watch like TV and stuff like that. And there's really not much that happens on the weekend, especially on Sunday. Usually, like, there's no one really uploading new YouTube videos, and there's a very few people streaming on Twitch on these weekends. Usually, this is reserved for everyone's kind of off and doing their own thing. So that's a good way to kind of get some sort of like opening with streaming. But the problem is like there's a reason why people don't stream on the weekends. You know what I mean? So there's like a upside to and a downside to it. But we'll see. What's up, dudes? You guys have a good week? Good weekend?
It's been all right. I mean, it's something I can keep telling myself.
Yeah.
If you're a Detroit sports fan, it's been a fucking weird week, my dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure there's like 4 people out there that are in the same boat.
I just woke up, worked overtime.
Oh,
again
nice.
Yesterday.
Nice, getting that OT.
Yeah.
Is it snowing by you? Because it's snowing over here.
I think so. I don't have my window open.
Are you gonna play in the snow later?
No, I actually have to go return something to Whole Foods.
Are you returning the sandwich that you didn't like?
No, I had to return an Amazon product actually.
Oh, right.
Since Whole Foods is one of their places you can return it
I
at.
keep forgetting that they're Amazon essentially.
Yeah, I returned it like I don't know, a month and a half ago, but I never took the thing over. So I have until tomorrow to do it.
Oh,
it's
you're
like
waiting
charged for the
last
price of it, and I don't want to go in a snowstorm tomorrow.
Valid.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as soon as we're done here, I'm bolting over to Whole Foods.
I was supposed to return my phone, and I never did that either. Honestly, it's like I wish I could just pop it in the fucking mailbox, but it doesn't work like that over here. All right, might as well just jump right into it. Have you guys bought any meme stocks? Did you guys get into any of the GameStops, AMCs?
3 Nokia, 1.5 AMC. Put the rest into Dogecoin.
Oh, very nice.
Oh no!
Beautiful.
No,
I
dude,
bought it 2 cents, so I didn't lose anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's fair.
That's not too
No,
bad.
Dude, the one that made the least sense to me by far is Dogecoin. By far.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah,
It's fucking Dogecoin, dude.
I
Like,
love that people are like
it's-
Doge to $1. That's not happening.
no, like they're gonna pump it for like 2 days and then drop it on you. Like it's Dogecoin. It's a fucking meme.
yeah, they
It literally has no
did that.
purpose.
They literally did.
It's
just
literally
that.
yeah, that's what happened. It's just a fucking meme. Like literally by definition, that's literally all that exists to be.
It's a joke.
Which was weird because like I was wondering why they chose Dogecoin. Like of all the coins to pump, they chose Dogecoin. I was just so confused. I was guessing maybe it's because it was just so cheap that it
mean,
was
it-
easy to do. But
It's really cheap. It's about as useful as all of the other stocks being pumped.
it's
Yeah.
insane. Look at this chart.
It's on brand, dude. I mean, like, what does anyone actually think? GameStop's coming back from the dead, AMC's coming back from the dead, or fucking Nokia is?
Oh my lord! Look at these.
AMC, I feel like you could absolutely theoretically argue that when the pandemic's over and the vaccine's distributed and people can go back to movie theaters safely, that there will be a demand for it. It might be It might be a short-lived demand, but it might be enough that if you bought stock now, that you might see a bit of a profit later on that one.
I mean, there's a clear,
GameStop's going to tank and it's going to keep tanking.
Yeah,
Yeah, games. That was like why I see. That's why I think they bought Dogecoin, is it just fits on brand of like
this is a meme.
literally every single thing we targeted was like,
I wonder would
why
this
does
have
this still exist?
would this have been as popular of a thing had say that the hedge funds had shorted like something else that was just as cheap, and they overdid it. Would it have exploded had it been any other business besides GameStop? Because it's just the jokes with gamers, with nerds, the people who spend money on Wall Street bets.
I think yes, but also it probably wouldn't have gone as far as it has.
Yeah, I think it definitely
Like,
made it more viral.
It got it. Yeah, it got the viral boost because it's fucking GameStop. But like,
Yeah.
no, this would have happened regardless. This because like this isn't the first time they've done this. Like,
No, yeah, no. No, it just wouldn't
Just the
have
first time it's
exploded
actually
the way it
fucking-
did.
yeah, this is just the first time it actually worked.
So let me kind of lay the foundation. So I've been a part of Wall Street Bets, I think since its beginning. And Wall Street Bets is quite literally a subreddit filled with degenerates, idiots,
Yes.
morons who constantly post their margins getting called, who constantly post that they're getting liquidated. Once in a while, you'll see someone like, oh, look, I made this crazy investment in Tesla and this crazy option call in Tesla and I made, $3 million on it. But that's very few and far between. Usually it's people losing tons of money. So when I first saw this kind of come across the Wall Street Bets world, I was just like, oh my God, like, what are these motherfuckers up to? And then I saw that it was like working. I was like, wow, that actually kind of worked. And then it turned into like this insane David and Goliath, like the little people take on big Wall Street, Occupy type movement. When it really, all it was like this guy found that GameStop was overshorted and they found that if they pumped the price on it, that they could squeeze out this hedge, whoever was shorting this. And that they ended up doing that. And that's the story. There's really nothing more than that. All of a sudden, everyone got on board to really pump this price up higher because you could make a little bit of money. And then it got too crazy. The clearinghouses couldn't cover the cost. They couldn't cover the collateral, and they stopped the ticker. Everyone lost their mind because now you couldn't buy it. That obviously is going to tank the price, which is, there's an argument there that they shouldn't have done that, but it doesn't matter because it's not.
That's the argument that I think is actually important, and that is a little bit more fucked up to me.
Yeah, I get it, but it's like there's really like you gotta be in Robinhood's shoes where they were taking out lines of credit. They were trying to get these people to open the positions, but the volatility was so high. The implied volatility on GME is like 800. So these positions are so fucking risky. And the clearinghouses they were like, wait a second, more people want to take out these positions on this risky, insane thing. We have to just halt it for a little bit, and then they finally opened up, and you can partially buy it now because they finally have like the money. They want you to buy this stock because they make money on that volatility. They don't make.
I would
money
say
through
their
trades.
language was really not great.
Well, the issue
Definitely
too
very
is
poorly
it was
communicated.
it was
There was stuff where
everyone
they were
doing
saying
it.
Yeah, there was something they were saying. It's like this is to in order to protect our investors. And it's
Yeah.
like, but that's the thing though. You're protecting us by allowing us to only sell and not buy, while the hedge funds can do what they want. It's a free market. You should let the risks.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, that
was my issue with their language.
That's the libertarian like argument to me that like makes sense. Is to just like, yeah, dude, it's fucking the stock market. I should be able, like, if I want to lose all my money on the stock market, I have the goddamn freedom to lose all
you
my
wanna
fucking
be
money on the
self-
stock market.
Yeah, if you want to be self-regulated and you want to have, this wild west of anybody can win, then you have to actually enforce that. Anything else is just hypocrisy.
Yeah, but
The flip side is it's a private business and they don't want to also go
Yeah.
out of business because of a bunch of idiots on Reddit.
yeah, it was like
Of
I
course.
understand that the CEO kind of was like, I don't think his messaging worked because I get what he was saying, and I was like,
they need a PR man. They need like a social media PR manager because that guy just was digging a hole deeper.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people that are misunderstanding what's going on, and they were taking his words out of context, right? Because he was coming out and he was basically saying like, we want you to get, like, we want you to trade, we want you to be able to get these positions because it's good for us, but we just don't have the fucking liquidity to do so, and the clearinghouses are charging these insane premiums on the volatility because the volatility is so high. These stocks are gonna drop. There's gonna be a ton of retailers holding the bag on this, and we don't give a fuck, but we're trying to really help you out here. And then there's like this, it got all wrapped up in like this really like weird sort of Occupy movement, which is like, I think that's why Wall Street Bets is kind of like a joke now. It's because it's been like co-opted by a ton of normies who are, they just don't know what the fuck they're talking about.
Well, it's been that, but then it's also been like what the original founder, who's already a fucking crazy, like going out talking mad shit about how this is the movement, we're taking down Wall Street, and it's like, dude, you got
So
kicked out like 3
stupid.
years ago.
It's
You
so
like you
stupid.
literally like Reddit literally took your subreddit away from you years ago.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, so I personally, this isn't financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor.
no, but if you weren't there in the first 3 hours, you're losing money on GameStop.
Yeah, I would not.
Oh yeah.
I would not buy these stock. If you didn't get in on Tuesday or Wednesday before the whole debacle, I wouldn't. I mean, the thing with the short interest is like the short interest doesn't calculate too quickly. It could be shorted over 100%. I don't think it is. Most of the shorts are already gotten out like on Tuesday. There's really no one there. Everyone's just riding this wave now, and you're just gonna start to see the price just start to tumble. And I'm more concerned with the Dogecoin thing because with Dogecoin, people don't realize like cryptocurrency is even more manipulated and less regulated than the traditional market. So of course you're going to get shorted and shit on as soon as that price pumps because there's people that have such bigger positions, they can actually move that market. You know what I mean? Like hedge funds, they have a lot of power on the market, but they can't do too much to manipulate the pricing. They can only get on the positions to fuel them or to press the brakes on them. It's not like cryptocurrency where a big
not like
whale
not
comes
like
in
crypto,
and
no,
they can
but they-
fucking
they-
tank that fucking price, which is what they
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I'll agree with that. Like in theory, like no, there's no one, there's not a single hedge fund, even if you buy into the Citadel like memes, like it's not to the level of crypto, but like there definitely is market manipulation.
Yeah, there's market manipulation. It's just crypto
Especially
world is
the-
a different game. It's so
Yeah.
manipulated that there's
It also-
so much manipulation going on. It actually balances itself out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's like that's the difference in why I think this worked is because it's fucking GameStop and it's AMC and it's Nokia. It is these failing stocks that no one has anything
BlackBerry.
to do with it,
Yeah.
and that's what's going to be easily manipulated. No one gives a shit. No one has shares in them. Then crypto is the wild, wild west, especially fucking Dogecoin.
Yeah, I mean, like it's insane. But here's a little video I wanted to show everyone of these streamers, their reaction as they started to see these big sell orders come in. So here we go. Let's watch this.
I see the dip. Dude, I'm refreshing my Robinhood and my money won't refresh.
What just happened? Did a nuclear bomb go off somewhere? I'm concerned.
This is an opportunity.
Okay,
This is
it's now at
opportunity.
0.6. Are you guys serious?
Oh no!
What is happening?
Why is this happening?
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh,
This
that is
has
so
got to be market
satisfying.
manipulation. This is something.
This
I
has got to
just
be
put
market
20,000
manipulation. Oh, you think? Welcome to the world of crypto. It's not as easy as just let's all pump a coin. If it was that easy, we'd all fucking be millionaires. That's not how the world works in crypto. The volatility in crypto is so insane. You make money on the volatility. You don't make money on the fucking price. I don't care if the price goes up or down. I want the volatility to remain high so I can sell you idiots fucking calls and puts. That's how that works. All right. So for the love of God, what I really wanted to get to is the hive mind of Reddit, right? The hive mind of Reddit is so fucking powerful and it's so insane that they're getting people to buy. They're actually getting people to buy these stocks and holding these stocks.
That's the craziest part about it. Is like literally the only way you make money off of this is if you sell it when it's high. That's literally it. Like you had to be in at the start and then sell at the peak. And then then sure, dude, then you made millions. Then you won Wall Street bets.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But then it got turned into this. No, dude, hold forever.
Hold it till I can get out.
Right, we're gonna beat Wall Street. Hold till I can get out. I'm gonna buy a billboard saying "Hold GME."
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's insane, man.
Like, that's what I don't get about half of it is like, it's like cool. I mean, like I agree, dude. As someone who does small trading, it would be nice to not have to deal with like really weird volatility from fucking hedge funds. Like, I get it, but you're not gonna suddenly like bankrupt every hedge fund from fucking GameStop.
Yeah.
Like, and I get why they're all pissed, and yeah, sure, some of them are gonna be really fucking hurt by that. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna be honest, that's kind of cool. I like the chaos, but like, why are you holding GameStop? Why is this the plan? Like, everyone's like pretending like the short's still there. It's been gone now. Like, I don't get it. And then no one's gonna sell at the peak. They're gonna wait till it crashes again, realize they didn't make any money or lost money.
And then
Robinhood's
gonna be like, "See, we told you. We tried to protect you. We wanted to protect you."
Right, but then GameStop's gonna go out of business. But then on top of it, then you have all these like new alternatives to Robinhood popping up on Reddit,
Right.
doing AMAs that are just fucking wild.
Yeah.
Some of those have been just, I don't even fucking know how to explain it. Like, literally, when you have I forget I would have to look it up. I forget the name, but literally he just comes in. I'm doing an AMA that won't allow me on Wall Street bet, so I'm doing it on r/IAMA. This is our blah blah blah. We stood with the clearinghouse for 3 hours saying fuck you, we're gonna let them sell or buy. Good. It's like, literally though, he has this whole paragraph and he ends it with "good work, you fucking autists." Like,
yeah.
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I want to do business with that. So Rob says
Right?
you hold, Rob says
Like,
you
what
hold
the fuck?
Rob says you hold because the hedge funds need to buy to cover the short. That was the obvious part. Yeah, I mean that's what the squeeze was. But I'm pretty sure they're all squeezed out. Like they're like, I think Melvin Capital, which was the main short that everyone was kind of eyeing, they were out on like Tuesday. They closed their position. They're gone. Their shorts aren't in anymore. There's no more. I don't know who's shorting it. I don't know if there's still more shorts on there. It was saying like 120% last time I looked, but that could just be because of the delay. So, I mean, it could possibly still be shorted and there could possibly still be a squeeze left. But, I mean, Friday's over. That's when the expiration on the futures were. I think that's what everyone was eyeing. I just do not see... I don't see GameStop. I mean, if you really think, if like the meme was like, we like the stock, like, oh, you like GameStop at fucking $400 a share? That's insane.
I mean, that was the meme. That was the meme answer to, so, insider, collusion.
Mm-hmm. But I think
no, we just like the stock.
I unironically think people are starting to actually like these stocks. Like they're trying to justify these prices. Oh, and they come back and it's all over. They're gonna.
Those are the idiots who are screaming, "Hold for 1,000."
It's insane, man.
Well, that's, I think, honestly, going back to what we're seeing with Dogecoin is, I think this is also a lot of people who we grew up, so to say, of like, well, dude, no, my first investments for mostly worse and a little bit better for some parts was crypto, because I didn't have the money to buy stocks, but I was a fucking 20-year-old with a gaming computer.
Yep.
Like, and I understand that volatility. So now, like, everyone, I think, especially the Reddit hive minds, just like, we can do that to real stocks, can't we?
Yeah. That's a good point. I mean, that's a great point, because
I think that's what I think that's part of what's fueling this is, like, people are like, oh yeah, it's GameStop, it'll always be there, and it's a great shitty company that was on its way to being bankrupt. So, like, I don't think anyone actually even sees it as that. They just see it as like, yeah, it's a number that goes up and down.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because I'm also a trader that got into trading because of cryptocurrency, which is the most fucking ass backward way to start trading. But it's like you get used to that volatility. Like you become like attuned to that volatility. Like any common trader would look at this fucking chart and just be like, I want nothing to do with this. You know what I mean? I want nothing to do with this fucking chart. But because I'm so used to seeing like these insane volatile moves, I'm just like, it looks like a fucking shit coin. I still want nothing to do with it, but at least it looks familiar, you know?
Like, I mean, yeah, it's going back up, and like, dude, if you
Rob
You
says,
could-
I like
like,
GME
okay, you could
as a
definitely
value
make some
stock at
money
under 20. Yeah, I mean, I don't like GME at all. I think it's a dying business, but go ahead.
no, I think GameStop's. We've had, I mean, in season 1, the 300 episodes
Yeah.
of season 1,
Season
we've had
one.
many discussions
Season
about
1,
how
episode
GameStop's
217, yeah.
fucked. Yeah.
Yeah, we've covered GameStop thoroughly and how they are a dying business, and they've never adapted. They've never done anything to adapt. Now, if they become like a Newegg, if they become something like that, like a Newegg competitor, or
Not Newegg. Dude, speak of another company that's just fucked.
yeah, I want
I mean,
any sort
the
of like
only-
retailer, really, any sort of like.
I was gonna say
online
the only
retailer.
thing I can think of them doing would be PC parts.
They could do like retro stuff. I don't know.
I mean, what's the brick and mortar look like for PC parts outside of?
It's Micro Center. That's about it.
Micro Center,
Yeah.
And
Fry's,
Best Buy. And Best
Yeah,
Buy.
Best Buy,
I feel like there's a niche
Costco
there that they
occasionally.
could- yeah, I feel like there's a niche there they could grab onto. Like, you go to Best Buy and it's like, oh, you want looking for a keyboard? Where you have your basic, your basic keyboards, and then if you want something that's like dedicated to PC gaming, here's all our razors. That's
Yeah.
it. That's all we have. It's
I
razor.
think they could, but they're still even that they're still hard pressed in that market to an extent where they would have to. The market's been growing and it's bigger than it used to be, but the market's still not that big. Where I think they would have to do it Micro Center-esque, but you could have half the size store Micro Center and have twice as many, but you couldn't have it like the way GameStop's been of it's on every corner.
I mean, there's like 3
Yeah.
GameStops near me in Philly.
Yeah, like and
Yeah, they can't.
if
no,
you, if
they're
they
gonna-
were to
and they've been closing stores, so
yeah, if they have to transition to that, then it's going to be like no, you have like 4 in a state.
Yeah.
Because the hard part between that is like
If that.
yeah, your bread and butter for those kinds of companies is like keyboards, but like shit, dude, I can buy a Razer keyboard at Walmart.
Yeah. And like, yeah,
Yeah,
they're
that's what I'm saying
competing. They're
is-
competing against Micro Center, which has like that commercial market, or like Micro Center's been there, and it's just so reliable. It's gonna be really tough for them to. They're either gonna have to be only online. Like, I don't even think they're gonna be able to compete in a retail focused market. I mean, maybe one in every state. I don't know. Video Beauty says the media coverage is so fucking stupid. I agree. There's this stream with AOC.
Dude, the fucking top dog is out there. The top dog of like I've literally that's what's been crazy to me is I've gotten like 13 notifications about the guy who started r/Wall Street Bets. He's the Messiah, and it's just what?
Yeah. Well, I was watching
Like
the stream with
the dude's literally banned. The dude's banned from that subreddit. Reddit took it away from him from his own mods.
Yeah, and
like-
I was watching the stream with AOC, and she brought on some stock guy, and the amount of like misinformation that was being portrayed on there was just staggering. And that's what's fueling it. It's all emotion. It's all like I get it. People are upset that the markets seem detached from reality, right? A lot of people are in hard times, and the markets were doing great in 2020. It was a great time to be an investor. So there's always like this pent up sort of disdain for traders, but like the lying of it is the only reason why that's fueled. And now we're going to start to see regulations come down. I don't know if any regulations are going to come out, but they were talking about putting in like what type of regulations are going to help the retailer. None. No regulations are going to help the retailer. It's only going to hurt the retailer because these hedge funds can afford these regulations. Regulations don't help out anyone other than fucking construction workers and consumers of construction, and that's about it. I mean, it's really just going to clamp down and limit people's trading opportunities, while the hedge funds can do whatever they want. It's
I'd
going
say
to do the
food
complete
people,
opposite.
too.
You say what?
Food people too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. We could argue. You could argue that point, too.
I'm gonna say food, people. I
Yeah.
don't want to eat I want regulated food going into my system. I don't want to get COVID-77 because someone threw a bat in the food or some bullshit.
Sometimes you just want fucking bat, dude. I don't know, man. Sometimes you want to be able to eat like baby quail or whatever that was in Billions. Yeah,
You know,
but I
I think
agree.
of
The media is definitely to blame for this hype as well. I mean, it's just such a fucking stupid shit show.
I think of the old
I
George
get this- I
Carlin
get
bit.
this-
When you get when it comes to this, I think the George Carlin bit. You know, it's a big club, and you ain't in it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I think the media should cover it. They didn't do the best job, but like, I do find it like it's an important story to cover.
It's also a lot of
There hasn't
people-
been a bullshit short like this to this level, but then also like the fucking hive mind of Reddit's never been at this fucking level.
Dude, I've heard it. I heard it covered on my local radio, like my local morning radio. I heard it covered on a few other things, and the common theme I heard is I don't really understand this. It was a lot of I don't understand what's going on.
Yeah, but then I had like multiple aunts and uncles and cousins. Hey man, should I buy this stock? How do I buy this stock? How do I get into AMC at $14? Like, no, dude. Like,
no.
how the fuck is this information so
If
backwards?
if you missed it before $2, no.
I don't understand. I mean, it's just it's got because it got so emotional and it got such
Wait, I
about,
wasn't
like,
supposed
this-
to buy AMC at $20.
No, please, for the love of God, no. But it's like it got so emotional and it turned into this fucking like little guy versus the big guy story, and now everyone wants to be a part of it. And I'm just like, listen, it doesn't work that
Dude,
way.
FOMO's,
man.
to be fair, FOMO is strong. Like,
Yeah.
I've definitely thought about just tossing a few dollars into
Sure,
it just
yeah.
cause, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But anyone who's like the stereotypical Wall Street bets of like, yeah, dude, I invested $50,000 into this. Fuck no, dude.
Yeah. AMC
Hell
2000.
no.
Yeah, I mean, I always look like, I mean, if you look at the options chart and you look at, if you look at just like writing calls, there's so much money you can make on the volatility alone. So like that's a play that you could possibly make without having to worry about covering anything. But other than that, I do not see the idea of buying GameStop at nearly $400 and holding it. It's insane.
Yeah.
I think there
Well,
was
no,
a post
and
too where someone lost like $10 million and was like, "I'm still holding." Oh, okay, bro.
Well, no, that's what I was gonna say. Is like part of it too is like there came stories about the guy who bought in last year at its lowest, and he's like, yeah, he's a 50 millionaire now, and it's just like, good. I mean, good for him, dude.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Like, straight up, good for him.
No, it was
Hell
a cool
yeah,
story.
dude.
There's
You're
a
not
cool
gonna
story
do
there.
that.
Yeah.
You right now are not gonna do that.
Yeah,
You
don't get me wrong.
Like, the only way you do that is if you made that bet a year ago.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Like what they were able, like when I first saw it, I was like, there's no way they're going to be able to actually get enough people to drive that price up to squeeze those shorts out. But they did, and that's awesome. But that was that was the end of the story. They squeezed out those shorts, they pumped the price on it. It's going to go back down, and they're going to be able to get out with a huge fucking bag. That's great. They were able to fuck over one or two hedge funds. Awesome. But it's not a fucking, you're not going to take down Wall Street. You're not going to bankrupt all these hedge funds. You're insane.
Oh,
And
no,
first of all,
dude,
this
according
disdain
to,
for hedge funds, I think, is crazy as well. Like, hedge funds do a lot, in my opinion.
The one guy I was talking about, dude. No, dude, eight hedge funds have fallen, dude.
Oh, yeah, they're going
According to
bankrupt?
the co-founder of Trade Zero. Hey guys, this is Dan Pipitone, co-founder from Trade Zero. You won't believe the shit going on behind the scenes right now. 10 hedge funds have fallen.
Oh, wow. 10.
10. They're clearing firm being able to block all trading platforms from GME, AMC, and the like.
Wow.
Yeah, that like
Someone that I know
Goddamn.
that works in finance was like, mainly everyone thinks it's a funny little meme. Like, this is someone that works at Susquehanna. If you don't know what Susquehanna is, it doesn't matter. Like, this guy's legit, and it was like, yeah, it's fun. It's a funny meme, but that's the end of the story. Like, you didn't do anything. You did nothing. You barely rocked the fucking boat.
Well, no,
you made a funny
that's
story
been
where
my
you
ta-
squeezed out a couple stupid fucking hedge funds who were overextended. That's it. That's all.
well that's the hardest part to me too with a lot of like okay, so I think it should be covered, and part of I think the media's issue is still just not knowing how to deal with the internet. And to be fair to them, like, dude, I don't know how to fucking cover this story. I don't know how to deal with the internet. I don't know how to deal with, like, how the fuck am I supposed to cover the Reddit hive mind?
Yeah, you know, the interview was the CNBC interview with the CEO of Robinhood was actually pretty interesting because you could see that CNBC was like, they had to toe both lines. Like, they knew that half of the story was bullshit and they tried to press him on it, but they also knew, like, okay, you know, there was some weird stuff going on. Your company is shady. You do sell market order flows to other companies. So, like, watching them try to play both sides was interesting. But yeah, I like, what do they say? Do they just come out against the people and say, you guys are all stupid, it's all bullshit? Because then everyone's gonna be like, oh, you're all fake news. And then on the other side, you know, do they rail against the financiers and they just start lying? You know, they just start because they
it's a hard, like, that's the thing I'll give them is like, how the fuck do you actually honestly cover this story? Because like there is, in fairness, there is a lot of manipulation, but it's not manipulation in the way it's presented.
Yeah.
Because like the reason why I'm bringing up this AMA is like, no, this is the manipulation. Is say like, no, dude, he's just trying to cash in and get you to use his fucking app instead of Robinhood. There's the manipulation.
Yeah.
It's not. There's not 10 hedge funds falling, and a dude calling you a bunch of autists. Like that. Like.
Rob says, and there's 80 billion now in the hands of Main Street. That's not technically true. That would be true if everyone closed their positions and they all made, you know, profits here. But once they close
if you sell right now and you made money, then hell yeah, you have the money.
But once you guys start closing
that's my argument.
You're going to
like
see that stock price fall.
Right. That's what I don't get. Like the idea, the whole idea is like, no, like the idea is. I mean, guess going back to crypto is like, okay, you did the pump, you got to do the dump. Like,
yeah, you got to get out.
like,
you got to get the fuck out now, man. Get out.
Like, if you keep holding, like, it's fucking GameStop.
Yeah.
Like, it's not Apple. It's not going to keep going up. It's going to go up until everyone's realized that it's GameStop. The shorts are gone, and like, congrats, now you have 30 shares of GameStop.
At $400 a share.
Like, get your $400, dude.
That's
like,
insane. That's 4 times in Apple stock. You know, it's like, fucking out of control. I mean, it's a funny meme for sure. I can't lie. It is hilarious. But please think about, like, if you don't know anything about stocks, don't invest into it, please.
Like, like straight up, like, if that is your takeaway, is it's in Main Street, like, get out, sell right now.
By the
way,
Rob,
fucking money, like, hell yeah, dude. I'm glad you got money. Actually, make sure you get your goddamn money.
Yeah,
and then invest it into long term.
Yeah, then invest in
like if you made, like, shit, dude. That's my only FOMO is not knowing about it soon enough to be able to make fucking $100,000 and just reinvest it.
Same. Like, I was pissed. Like, I wasn't pissed, but I was like, oh wow, like, fuck, man. I had an opportunity to get in here and really make some coin, but I didn't believe.
But I didn't, and I missed that opportunity.
Guys. Yeah.
So I'm not gonna jump on the FOMO of like.
Yeah. Dude, FOMO is real. I was saying this on my stream. By the way, Rob, for some reason, I have to manually accept all of your comments. I don't know. Your account might be flagged. But yeah, I was talking about this on my other stream. But like the only times I lose money on the market, the only times is when I FOMO in or I FOMO out. That's the only fucking times I lose money on the market. So I mean, I see everyone FOMOing in on this, and I'm telling you, it's gonna end in heartache because I've been there and I've done it many times.
I will say I'm thinking this is gonna be the year too, though, that maybe switch like after this whole fun, I guess. Maybe switch to more long term for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, dude, we're gonna hit a bit of a dip because of all of this, and then just the market's been on the rise for too long.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's kind of tough to predict, but
I mean, I think it could keep going. I don't know, because like that, you can argue politics, but at the same time, like, shit, dude, the biggest rise of my entire life was fucking Clinton.
Yeah, you know,
so
like it's interesting because there has with the onset of Robinhood, because I've watched it on Wall Street Bets. I've been on it for years. the rise of this like retail Robinhood market has been really interesting because it's a lot of gambling. Like a lot of them, they're not investing in index funds. They're not just putting it into like blue chips and just letting them sit. Because that's what I do. I take my crazy investments and I take them into crypto and I lose a ton or I make a ton. And then I take those profits and I just dump them into some indexes. I dump them into commodities. And that just slowly goes up. It's a nice, safe investment. You don't really have to worry too much. But all of a sudden, they've taken that idea of like, we have to make these big wins. And they've taken that over into traditionals. And it's just been like I was saying, like Wall Street Bets is known for losing tons and tons of money and getting liquidated left and fucking right. And they really like kind of co-opted a lot of what's happening in crypto. And that's not a good way to invest in the stock market. Like you usually don't come out on top on that. Those guys that you see winning, they're actual like quant firm people that trade. They're actual like traders that do this day in and day out. You know, if you're just like, you know, fly by the night.
And to be fair,
go ahead.
There's nothing stopping you from becoming that too.
Sure,
that
yeah.
I think is what the draw is. Like,
yeah, which
yes,
is
there
cool.
is.
Yeah.
I mean, it's experience. Like that's the crazy part about Wall Street Bets to me is like, when I entered the stock market, I never, like, sure, dude, I've been a dick on crypto for years, but I never saw that as like, yeah, dude, this transfers.
Yeah.
Like, no, you have to sit there and it's a new game and it's a new experience of like, you do have to learn everything. Like there's actually laws.
Yeah.
Like there's clearing houses, there's this and that. You actually have to figure out how brokers work, how clearing houses work, how like an actual cycle works of like stocks close, dude. Like
yeah.
It's not straight crypto of just like, well, dude, it's it's 4:37 a.m. I'm gonna fucking pump a coin like real quick and pull out in 3 minutes. Like,
yeah. I mean, and I'm a big proponent of trading crypto. I think there's a lot of opportunity there still. Like we just saw like Bitcoin is just on a fucking tear, and I really do believe in like that market. But again, like Dogecoin, like there's so much manipulation going on like these shit coins. It's insane.
Dogecoin is so fucking.
It's insane that people are still buying this bullshit. You know what I mean? It's like there's just a lot of misinformation. So just be careful because, you know, if you don't know too much, if you don't know exactly what's going on, it's so easy to get wrapped up in FOMO. You're going to drop a couple thousand and just lose it instantly, you know, when you could have spent that money on whatever else. So just
that is the hard part, is dealing with that FOMO. And I mean, okay, I agree, and I think there's a valid argument that the media did misrepresent this and doesn't know how to talk about this, and like that's been my stance, is they don't know how to. But like, for better or worse, like that's what I'm saying is you just need experience with stocks, just because like that's the fucking game. Like the game is money and misinformation.
Sure, yeah.
You literally like half of the information that you read about stocks is bad and misinformation just for that actor to benefit from your misinformation.
Yeah.
Like it is definitely like, I mean, the Wolf on Wall Street meme, like it's yeah, dude, there's for every good book or, you know, article out teaching you how this all works, there's also fucking 25 books, like bookshelves in my garage, guys. Like,
yeah,
that's for better or worse, that is what comes with spending. Like, you're trading money, like you're trading imaginary money. Like that's it's a hellscape. I don't know, dude. Like that's the entire point, is to like scheme your way to the top.
Yeah. All right, well, let's get back on track. Like, what do you guys think? Like, let me go back to the GameStop real quick. What do you guys think GameStop is actually worth? Because it was I think it was at $2 a share before this pump. Do you guys think it's worth $2 a share? Because I think that's pretty accurate. And they were shorting it at $2 a share. They think it's dead. Like they want to see it pennies, man. They think that company's out for good. Man, it is kind of crazy how far it's fallen. Look at that. Wow. Yeah, I think I don't know what GameStop can do. I do want to see it succeed though. Like I unironically do want to see GameStop take these earnings and kind of do something with it. I don't know. I would love to see GameStop actually win, just because it's so nostalgic. It's such a nostalgic company. But
And I mean, you got Reggie there now too. Like you do want him to win.
yeah, I think they could
But,
do
like-
some good things, but it's like what? Like what can they possibly do?
I mean, I think the best TikTok about it that I've seen is like, hell yeah, dude, we're taking it to the man, dude. We're gonna save GameStop. You mean that company that gives you $5 for a game, like a brand new game?
Dude, how many freaking trade-in jokes did I have to see all week
Yeah,
on
for real.
freaking Twitter?
Well, no, that was the best. Was like then they flipped to the AMC
Oh.
and it's like, wait, you mean the movie theater that charges you $35 to see a movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
Oh yeah.
how many people?
Oh,
are
well,
go-
Nokia's the savior. Yeah, we like Nokia.
Remember brick phones?
Yeah.
But yes, some people are like, when this is covered in the history books, the chapter should be called "Power to the Players." I was like, Jesus, I hate this.
Oh my god, look at the Nokia fucking stock. It's so crazy. Oh my god. Nokia.
I mean,
why did they
dude,
even
it's
invest in
cool.
Nokia? I don't know. Like, what is Nokia?
Dude. I'm telling you, dude, it's too many of us grew up with crypto, and now we have money, and we don't know how to spend our money.
I guess. Yeah.
Like
man.
it's just a number. It's no one cares that it's Nokia. It's just, oh, there was cheap stock that we can try to manipulate through the
Yeah, I
power
guess.
of Reddit.
It's a power to the players, man. Okay. Yeah. It was a fascinating story. I'm tired of hearing.
I
about all
mean,
the
I think it's still going to
misinformation,
keep going for, it's still going to be.
but you think they're gonna still try to find squeezes to exploit? I don't
Oh,
know.
yeah.
I think it's gonna be. I think
Yeah.
the craze is over.
I mean, it won't be to this level, but I mean, even this, like, dude, we're okay. Now we've seen the hype and the rise of GME. What's going to happen with the fall?
I think as soon as these prices start to tumble and everyone, like the aunts and uncles who put money in, they're like, oh my god, what happened? I don't, what's going on? I lost fucking $2,000 on this. Then no one's ever gonna invest in these fucking stocks ever again. That's what I think is gonna happen, and they're gonna have a really hard time trying to squeeze other stocks. But I could be wrong. I mean, I could be wrong on all this. I think fucking maybe GME goes up to 1,000. I don't fucking know. It's all speculation.
moon?
again. To the moon, yeah.
Gonna go right to the moon.
I think one of my favorite ones was like they were talking about how the SEC was monitoring Wall Street bets, and they were like, "There's no fucking regulations on the goddamn moon." I was like, "Oh, that's a good point." I like that idea.
I do like how a lot of the tweet accounts are like game deals accounts are getting in on it. Like I saw somebody was like
Yeah, let's buy G2A
you
stock.
can buy a copy of To the Moon on GameStop for $1.74.
Yeah. It is cool that a lot of people are getting into retail investments. I think more exposure to the market is good. Everyone should know.
No, yeah, like
essentially.
it's something you should know about and be interested in entirely.
Yeah, a lot
Like
of
if you have a
people
retirement
no
fund, this is
idea.
what your retirement fund is.
Yeah,
You should know about it.
a lot of people have no idea what's going on in these markets, and I think it is a good little jumping point to kind of start learning. I'm telling you though, like as someone who trades, that first couple of years is rough, dude. Like you're gonna be upset with yourself because you're gonna FOMO in and out of positions. It's what happens when you're an inexperienced trader. It takes a while to really kind of to learn the market.
Dude, I have FOMO from being 12 years old. Like no, like straight up, dude. I
You
told
missed
my
out on that
parents, like,
birthday party, and life hasn't been the same.
no, dude. I told my parents there's a new cool Palm OS phone coming out. Palm shares are like
Invest.
$2. Spend 10 grand into it. Literally 3 days later, Palm shares went from $2 to like 24.
Oh man! they
And I was
missed
sitting
out.
there like, there you go. You would have made like $250,000.
And ever since then, you've been pining to go back to that.
Yeah, dude. Like, I get
catching
like
that wave.
FOMO's real, dude.
It is, dude. It's so
That
fucking
was
real.
like freshman year of high school or whatever when fucking Palm OS came out on the fucking Palm Egg phone on Verizon to compete with fucking Android. Like,
yeah, I mean, the biggest one that I missed was Tesla squeeze when Tesla was getting shorted, and I missed out on that squeeze because I just didn't have faith in Tesla. I didn't have faith in Elon, and
I still don't have faith in Tesla.
I do.
That's
I
like
do, actually.
that's another argument to have, like where it's like
Yeah.
there is fishy shit that happens, and a lot of it is built on like how much do you trust
Whenever
the company,
Elon Musk
but like
tweets about anything, the jumps.
Yeah.
yeah, when I'm like reading his tweets and like
He
it
says
should
the
be
word
following.
Dogecoin is going up.
Yeah. I do have faith in Tesla though. I think they think they've done
I mean,
great actually.
I mean, fair enough for you. I have zero faith in them as a company.
No, yeah. I mean, it is an opinion.
Like, no, you can't even like. But at the same time, I'm also biased because I'm from Michigan, and you can't even buy a fucking Tesla in the state.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
But they don't sell
you can't
them
buy
there?
Tesla. You can't buy Tesla in Michigan. You have to go to Ohio.
Why is that? They don't sell them there?
It's illegal to sell them in Michigan.
Oh, what? Why? Because of like some sort of like old GM rule or whatever?
Yeah. No,
Oh,
dude,
God.
you're talking about GM, Ford, and Chrysler. Like you can't sell.
They
you,
banned.
like,
They
you can
banned
sell. You can
Tesla? I
sell
didn't know
high.
that.
You can sell everything else, but no, you can't buy Teslas.
Damn.
I'm not shitting you at all.
Wow, I didn't know that.
You gotta love a free market.
You
Wow.
can't get them fixed either. You have to take them to Ohio to get them fixed.
Oh, that's just it. That's how it works with Tesla. They're like iPhones. They want that fucking right to repair gone.
It's still hilarious to me when people say how much they love that Ford is an American company, and then they realize that the Ford manufacturing plants are almost all located in Mexico.
Mexico, yeah.
Hey man, we have.
But there are
3.
unions that literally are like, we only buy American cars. We have to have Fords. You have to have a Ford. You can't have any Japanese company car. It's got to be American.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that
And that's-
Toyota, a Japanese company,
I was gonna say, yeah,
has
that's
a lot
why
of their manufacturing in America, in the United States.
That's why I drive Honda, because when I drive from Georgia to Michigan, I drive by the factory that built my car.
Yeah, so see, people get caught up in the idea that their production is the same as where a company's headquarters is located, and that's not at all the case.
Or
for
where
cars.
it's assembled. A lot of places assemble in
Yeah.
the US, but it's really like,
Mhm.
yeah, but you made the car in fucking Vietnam.
Yep, it happens a lot.
Gabe Newell says brain tech better than meat peripherals. So Gabe has been coming out and he's been dropping some stuff, man. Do you think we're gonna see another Half-Life? Think Half-Life 3 is coming?
What
I
is
mean,
brain tech?
Be
I don't
interesting.
know, but he's been out. He's saying
What are
he's got
meat
something up his
peripherals?
sleeve.
Dude. Yeah, I'm.
Are we getting cyber connections in our brains?
He's been
We're
researching
talking
brain
about
computer
the Elon-
interfaces.
Okay, sorry.
Elon Musk of video games.
I was gonna say, yeah, we're talking about the Elon of video games. Of like, I'm not gonna sit here and even pretend I have
A clue what
any
he's,
idea of logic in that dude's head.
Fair point.
he's saying BCI
I
is
just know that the number 3 doesn't exist to him.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
like
That's fine.
it works. Like whatever he's doing works. I give you that. But like, from the way my brain works logically, like, sure, dude.
So he says here that BCI's brain computer interfaces would lead to gaming experiences better than players can get through their meat peripherals. So that, I mean, it sounds like Cyberpunk when they put on those fucking I forget what they're called, but it's the brain
dude,
waves.
No, I don't. I think, yeah, that's to me is like, nah, dude. I don't want you to use a VR headset. I want you to shoot this in your eye.
Yeah, I want you to alter my brain chemistry. Essentially, I want you to fucking
Yeah.
alter my.
You
brain.
wanna-
No,
you wanna-
let me slap that Apple glasses actually into your skull.
Are you ready to brain dance?
Yeah, brain dance. That's what it is. The brain dance.
And I mean, to be
That's what it
fair,
sounds
he's
like.
probably right. Like if you did have a chip in your skull, you could probably have some really sick hallucinations. Like, yeah, dude, that would be better graphics than anything we're gonna ever see. I don't want that. No.
The
No,
real
don't put
world
shit in
will
my-
stop
Don't
being-
put shit in my brain.
Quote, the real world will stop being the metric that we apply to the best possible visual fidelity, he says. The real world will seem flat, colorless, blurry compared to the experiences you'll be able to create in people's brains.
Oh my god, we're gonna
I
make
mean-
Matrix.
Oh,
Yeah,
dude,
essentially, yeah.
I both love this and hate this so much because it's like, holy shit, Gabe, dude, grats.
And then
Like,
he starts talking
like
about
hell yeah,
editing.
dude. I remember my first trip. Like, I'm glad you're finally working on it at 50, dude. Like, shit, man.
then he somehow gets even scarier when he starts talking about, quote, editing feelings. So you're going to be able to start editing your feelings as well. It's like brain dancing. That's what it is. I mean, he's going to invent fucking brain dances for us to play, which I'm all for. I thought that was one of the coolest things about Cyberpunk. So yeah, give me the I want Elon's fucking brain tech. I want Gabe's. I want Steam installed on it. I want all that shit, dude. I have no use for these meat peripherals.
I do, because as someone who has to program that shit for you, like, no. Especially not in the US, like, no.
Would you rather like a Russian
No.
spy do it? What do you mean not in the
No,
US?
I'd rather have none of them. I'm saying all like, dude, all of our cybersecurity is a fucking meme.
Yeah, that's true.
It's a
Imagine hacking someone's
fucking
brain.
When does
meme.
cybersecurity just relate to how poorly your brain will be protected from hackers?
I mean,
Exactly,
when are
like,
we gonna start
it-
getting Norton antivirus for our brains? That's the real question.
Start
Dude, fuck
overwriting
that.
your
That's its own
consciousness.
scam. That's its own scam in itself, dude.
When am I gonna be able to
Start-
get Norton antivirus for my brain?
Start
brain
editing
dance?
your memories.
Oh no, this is so cool though. I want it. I want people to edit my
Dude, no,
memories.
give me the Kaspersky antivirus that actually has a backdoor to Russia in it. Like,
Dude,
I'll,
what
I'll
if-
take that version.
What
What
kind of porn viruses are gonna happen in your brain?
Yeah. What if you could edit your memories? Like, would that be technically a bad
Yo,
thing?
Like, no, a lot of
ransomware-
it. That's
they're gonna
interesting.
ransomware your memories.
Yeah, but would that be bad? Like, if you just if one day you woke up and everything you remembered was just better. What if that happened? Someone hacked your brain and they better. Maybe your bank account's drained. Maybe that's why they did it. But now you
You
don't
wake
have
up
any
and your
memories of
ability-
like your dad beating your butt, or you know what I mean? Like, is that a bad
I mean,
thing?
my
don't
counter-
know.
You
My
wake
counter
up-
argument is you can already do that. Just take some shrooms, but like,
Shrooms, yeah.
I'm just saying, you wake up and your ability to communicate,
fucking
like
know, dude.
the region of the brain that controls speech or
It's
language, has been hacked, and you're just like, yeah, pay us $2 billion for
$2 billion
your
Bitcoin.
right to speak.
Yeah. For your vision back. Imagine
Listen,
that.
they already did the cock ring thing. Okay, this is the next step.
Imagine that, dude. They hold
We
your
have
fucking
your
vision
balls.
hostage until you give them Bitcoin. I love
saw
it.
that
I
story,
want it.
right?
that's not even what I'm like the most scared of. Like that you'll be able to work around that, but it's just like shit, dude. Like there's countries out there that can level entire fucking playing fields of like we can take out your entire power grid, and now you're gonna install a power grid into your brain.
Yes. Yes.
You have a kill switch.
Yes.
Like
I'm all for it. Oh,
We
speaking of
decided in
which,
the mass
it's one of those things where like in a perfect world and in like the actual idea of it is fucking amazing. It's beautiful. I do not want that anywhere close in actual reality.
Yeah, I would not like any technology near my brain. Thank you.
by the way, I wanted to bring this up, which I thought was cool. Xiaomi released this crazy technology where it's like this big like box that sits in your house and it can
Is it Shungite?
it can wirelessly charge your phone without having to like, it's not like a wireless charging pad. You don't have to put your phone down or anything. It just fucking charges it through the air. How does this work?
That is both really cool and super terrifying.
Yeah.
Here's the video.
That would convince me to buy Shungite. Like, what the fuck?
It's
Because
fucking
that
pretty
is just like
interesting.
here, dude. Here's power waves just floating through the air.
Yeah,
like, do you
yeah,
want some
dude.
radiation, dude? Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, I want them to set up big towers and just like blast the earth with fucking wireless power so I can charge my phone anywhere in the world. Come on, that's awesome.
I mean, no, it like yeah, that's actually fucking awesome.
I mean,
but
like
that's also,
16%
like-
of us might get cancer, but you know what?
And that's how
Yeah.
you get COVID-22.
Yeah,
I
true.
was gonna say, dude, like that's there's your 5G conspiracy.
People
in a
already
nutshell right
don't
there.
trust 5G. You know what the ironic part is? They'll bash 5G, but then they'll completely trust that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when that's the one that's
But it
this is
charges
gonna be
my
the thing that's
phone.
actually
It's-
dangerous for you.
It charges my phone. It's very safe.
Dude, all of the 5G stuff, my favorite. I've definitely gone down that rabbit hole just because some of their videos are so. It's just fascinating. I don't know, dude. It's just like watching how
conspiracies
can
you're
the world
saying?
go so wrong.
The VHS,
Like, it's
the VHS
beautiful.
player one is still my favorite.
What is that?
Oh, do
What's
you know
that?
my favorite is like you have 30 million people who are convinced that 5G is terrible, and you find this loophole on YouTube where it's people going up to 5G towers covered in shungite, showing how bad the 5G is while they're filming it on their cell phone and then taking it back home to their other camera that's emitting a Bluetooth signal to their computer. Like it's just amazing.
The loss of
The
logic.
so the VHS
Yeah,
one was,
like it's beautiful.
it was a VCR, and what it was is somebody, this is back when it first started, took like a picture, like they made it look like, this is the insides of the 5G thing, and here you can see where this doesn't, like they were just trying to like big brain it, and it's all lies. And somebody was like, wait, that looks familiar. So they did a video of them like taking apart a VCR, and it's like, oh yeah, it's just a VCR.
Oh, nice.
It's nothing to do with 5G.
Nice. Awesome. People are so fucking dumb, man. It's insane. Maybe you guys all should fucking buy GameStop at $400. Fuck it. You guys are all fucking stupid.
Just weed out the idiots.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, imagine that. Like, the 5G conversations, it's out of control. I get like worrying about energy waves, I guess. Like, I understand like
No,
people
there's a
that are
worry
like
there, dude.
technically
Like,
worried about it, but
there is a worry there. Like it makes sense. There's scientific merit to it.
it's just they take it so far that it loses
Yeah.
its meaning. Like like now I'm just like, honestly, I don't even care. I hope you do get fucking 5G waves blasted in your brain.
But when you buy a fucking spectrometer to go take a like that's been the best. Is like people who are so far into it that they're like
Yeah, tell me
They
how
ha-
deep
they
it
have-
goes because I know nothing
Yep.
about this world.
they have like they're I mean it's like the bullshit shitty ghost hunting type
Yeah.
stuff. Where it's like, all right, I have a meter that will tell me every radio wavelength near
Okay.
me. And they're taking it to a 5G tower and like, look at all these radio wavelengths while I'm filming this on my cell phone, also taking those
It's off the
radio
charts.
wavelengths.
It's off the
Yeah.
charts. It's
And then they get
yeah,
home and are like, oh, but this is a safe amount because I only have my phone and my Bluetooth camera and my remote here to
Right.
film myself. And see, now it's only here. Like
Now-
it's amazing, honestly.
And
Now-
then people actually legitimately believe in it.
You know Gary Fong, the camera, he makes like camera lights. He's like a 5G guy. Now let me ask you, do a lot of them you think they actually believe it, or do you think it's like ghost hunting for them, where it's just more fun for them to do it? Like, I guess you can't really know if they
I think there's a
believe it or not.
mix. It's a mix.
Yeah. I'm sure there's
Yeah.
money in it. Like, I'm sure a lot of there's YouTubers that make money off of that, which might be a
Oh, for
nice
sure,
little,
dude.
that's a nice little grift. You don't have to prove anything. It's all based on lies, and you could just sell like, oh, here's this fucking, this foil that you can wrap
This
around your head.
GameStop stock that will
Yeah.
save you from 5G.
Yeah. It's really snowing out there, man. Can you guys see that? Look at that. All right. What else do we got? Anything else news? I don't think so. I think we're pretty.
I mean,
much
if
good on
there's
this.
a couple other things in, but nothing nearly as big as that, obviously.
Yeah, those are the big ones. Yeah, the laptop stuff. Okay, well, let's touch on this. Or you want to talk about the medium stuff? We'll pick one.
I think the medium stuff's more interesting.
All right, let's get into that.
Okay, I'll for a brief preview. If you're thinking of buying a laptop anytime soon, the choices obviously are Apple and the new M1, and that's been like a fun, fascinating, wild ride. But if you're thinking of buying a gaming laptop over the next 3 years, do your research.
Yeah.
There's 35 different SKUs for just the 3060 Ti, 3070, and 3080.
Yeah.
There's literally going to be SKUs of the 3080 that's max. They're like max highest clock of boost clock is lower than a different 3080's base clock, and they're both going to be marketed as a 3080.
Yeah.
Have fun.
Yeah, research that shit.
Thanks, Nvidia.
So what's up with the medium? What's going on? Because this is on Games Pass, and I was thinking about picking it up, but it looks like it's locking 3080s. Like it's crashing them.
I'm interested in trying it just to see the experience. But basically, what's happening with Medium that's been kind of wild is it's the first release for Xbox that's like actually next gen, you know.
Yeah.
Whether this game's good or not, I couldn't tell you. I'm not interested in it, to be honest. But it was a split joint release between PC and the new Xbox One X, S, whatever.
Series X.
Series X. Yeah, dude. They gotta fix their naming scheme.
Sexbox.
Sexbox, yeah.
But yeah, basically they released both of them on the same day. PC launch came out, and so did the Xbox. And there's a lot of valid arguments that the Xbox at this point is just a PC. So it sounds like they've just released the same version to both.
Yeah.
So now, if you have a PC, you can't play this game.
Yeah.
Like straight up, you just can't play this game. If you have a 3080 or 3090, you're still getting crashes at 1080p 60. Because this game, the way it is set up due to it wanting to be the Xbox, is it is auto scaling to 4K. No matter what graphic setting you put it to, it is going to try to auto scale to 4K. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah. It says here, it can't even manage. I mean, this is with ray tracing on. It can't even manage 1080p 60, which is pretty insane. And then it says RTX effects disabled and DLSS disabled. Portions of the game ran as low as 52 frames. With ray tracing set to ultra, DLSS disabled, performance dropped to 15 FPS.
Jesus.
It is important to know, however, that with ray tracing disabled and quality DLSS turned on, the game ran at a healthy 70 to 80 at 4K. So it looks like possibly what's happening on the Xbox version is that it's doing some sort of like, I guess like DLSS thing going on, right? Or does it run at 30
Right, like
frames
it's-
on Xbox? Like, how does it run on the Xbox? It's kind of my
So,
question.
well, okay. So again, going back to my whole thing of none of these consoles are actually going to play 4K native 120, whatever memes you want to believe.
Yeah.
They're all just going to play a version of 1080p or 1440p and upscale it.
Yeah.
So what it sounds like is happening is whatever the setting you put it at, it's going to then try to upscale it to 4K. But there's DLSS, but that's an NVIDIA specific thing.
Yeah.
Like this is just trying to use your computer hardware to upscale completely to 4K.
Yeah. It's probably trying to natively upscale it, which
Right.
doesn't really work that way with console. The way that they upscale it, it's different. It's not like a native upscale. It's not like, you're just running the game at 4K because that's a native upscale. This is more of like I guess it would be like a checkered style upscaler. I don't know the terminology for it, but yeah, this is interesting here. I wonder if this is something that it sounds like something that they can fix.
Yeah, I think it should be fixable, but I think this might start becoming a thing. Like that's what this story to me was interesting because this could totally be a thing that goes way farther than just what's this? The medium? The
Yeah.
medium. I keep wanting to call it control. Like because if that's the way Xbox releases are going to start going, where they don't actually optimize them for both and just try to throw out an Xbox version, this might happen to multiple games.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Like
interesting.
you would assume and hope that like now that it's happened once, people are gonna fix it and it's not gonna happen. But like when you got Cyberpunk being rushed, like this shit's gonna happen.
Yeah. And I don't know. I wonder how difficult the process is from creating an Xbox version and a PC version. Because it should be pretty similar, but I don't know. Like I honestly just don't know. I don't know how similar it is. Like we saw with Cyberpunk, the biggest issue for them was not necessarily the next gen consoles, but it was the last gen. So I'm wondering maybe if this does happen, maybe it to a lesser extent. Like this seems to be a pretty severe case here. I wonder, let's see if there's any patches that are out right now.
I
I do want to try because it looks like an interesting game.
If you run it at 1440p with ray tracing on, how many frames do you think you're getting with the 3080 Founders Edition?
50 to 60, I would say.
7 to 8.
Oh, okay, nice. Very nice.
Like,
That's pretty demanding. Now I wonder if I wonder if it's like a resource
this is on a
issue.
this is on a scale worse than Cyberpunk.
Yeah, I wonder.
I'm guessing this is entirely a resource. Like it's not necessarily a resource issue. It's just
like
they
if you
didn't
hypothetically
code
had
it.
the power, could you run it like effectively? You know what I mean? Like that's kind of what I
Yes,
wonder.
but I still think there's just got to be like some massive bugs.
Yeah, it
because
sounds like it.
A 3080 is still way more powerful than what's in the new consoles.
Oh yeah, it's like multitudes more.
So how is this running on the new consoles, but not on a 3080?
Yeah, it's probably trying to upscale it to 4K. Maybe it's missing some sort of like Nvidia features or whatever, and it's just trying to run it at like the ultra settings or upscaling every setting or something. It does look fascinating. It's a game that's like split, so like you go between two different worlds, but like side by side split screens. It looks pretty cool. It looks like a Resident Evil type game too, which I like.
Like I've just been trying to find out more about this and keep digging into it because like to me it's fascinating. It's like this to me is a different issue than Cyberpunk, but it's the reverse.
Yeah.
Like this is no, dude, if you run it on the shitty console, it works great, but if you run it on a $2,000 gaming PC, it's cancer.
Yeah.
But that fascinates me more because this is like, okay, there's major bugs. Like with Cyberpunk, the argument that makes sense to me is like it's just you need better hardware. This isn't a hardware issue to me. This is like
It's like you need a console.
Obviously there's massive software issues going on.
Yeah, like you need a console for at least the moment.
Yeah.
All
And
right.
like it's fascinating to me that they're trying to do the console idea of like, even though it's a PC or whatever, like, no, dude, whatever you input and choose, we're going to try to DLSS it to 4K no matter what.
Yeah.
And if that's what we should expect, like, should we expect that from console games being cross-ported to PC at the same time?
I feel like this would be a one. I feel like it would always be the Cyberpunk issue. But I mean, who
Like,
knows?
right, that's the traditional thinking. That's what I think. You know what I mean? That's why this to me is actually like it's just wild. It's like this is the opposite, and then like
Yeah.
if games are constantly getting rushed, like this should be fixed. Like I'm assuming the Medium's going to be the only game that has this issue.
Yeah.
To be honest, because it's the first one, and they just didn't. They missed something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, like if you start rushing out tons of games, like this could be really weird.
That's the thing too. It's like, aren't they testing this? You know what I mean? Like, didn't they play this on a 3080 or at least a 3070? Like, those are popular. It's not like some random, weird.
I mean,
like a Quadro card that they're using.
I will say they're popular cards, but I would also say like, shit, dude, who knows if they? I mean, I'm sure they got them, but like, who knows?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Yeah, you never know.
They're popular cards. It doesn't mean they're popular because everyone's got them.
I'm just curious. Like, yeah, it's odd. All right, let's get out of here. But I do want to say I've been playing a couple of games. I've been playing this game Dyson Sphere Program, which is like a Factorio, which I've never played these types of games before. These like resource simulators, and having a good time with that. If you guys want to check that out, I think it just got released on like early access on Steam. It's doing pretty well. It's pretty fun. And I've been just like so addicted to Path of Exile's new Ritual League. It's been a blast. So if you like Path of Exile, go check that out. This is a great fucking league. They did really cool stuff with Harvest where now you don't have to worry about all the farming stuff, but you still get the Harvest crafts. It's just now like a map drop. And then and then there's like a couple new skills, and then there's this whole like Maven mechanic, which is like you start to bring in multiple bosses into fights, and then you finally fight the Maven after you fight like all of the bosses in the game in one arena. It's pretty fucking cool. I haven't got anywhere close to that. It's crazy that some of these guys get there so quickly, but Yeah, Path of Exile is kicking ass. I've been just addicted to that. That's it. That's all I got. Anything else, guys?
Somebody needs to help me.
With what?
I've become addicted to Rocket League again.
Rocket
Fair
League?
enough.
Yeah.
On Switch?
No, on PC.
Oh, on PC.
There you go.
Are you trying to go pro?
Yeah.
Are you trying to go be a Rocket Pro?
No, I don't know what happened. I saw.
I love
somebody playing
Rocket
it
League
the other
too.
Day. Like somebody like last week, I saw somebody playing it. I was like, I haven't touched Rocket League in like it feels like a year. I want to boot it up and play again.
Yeah.
And I was up till like 4 a.m. last night. Rocket League.
Dude, Rocket League is awesome, man. I love it
It's
on the
so
Switch.
easy to just one more game.
I know. That's why I love it on the Switch, because I could just sit on the couch and just drop like 5 hours into it. Yeah. What else? Anything else? I think that's it. All right, let's end it. I will say, me and Jerry want to do a No Mirror episode where we talk about the new cameras, so maybe we'll do that.
I was thinking that, yeah.
Maybe we do that.
There's a lot of big baller cameras out now.
Yeah.
The white balance keeps getting fucked up. It's great.
I don't know. Maybe we do that later today. Or you have anything to do today?
I can do that.
I'll let you know that I have to see if the wife needs anything, but maybe we'll do that later too. But you guys have a No Mirror episode coming out where we talk about the A1, we talk about the new Fujis, and I think that's it, right? I think those are the only new releases. I feel like there's something else that we're missing though. But we'll talk about those and we'll rant about screens. And then, so Sundays now, we're testing this out. 12 noon on Sundays. We'll see how this goes. I actually like this time. It's just like kind of a nice time to do it, actually. It's chill.
It's nice having it done during the day.
Yeah, it's
'cause
chill and like we're all kind of just
Dude,
just waking up. So it's like we all kind of, I don't know.
It's nice. I'm not like, okay, well, I'm going to go play 2 games and go to sleep now. It's like, okay, I can go do other stuff.
Yeah, have a cup
It's
of
also
coffee,
very
do
nice-
the show. I mean, I like it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I do too.
It's my
I'll
off day from streaming too. So
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Maybe this
that
is
works
I
it.
don't
better
have
too.
commitments on Sundays.
Yeah, maybe this is it.
I'm liking it so far. The other thing for me too is like, hell yeah, dude, it's the day. I can leave my lights at like 10% and not be blinded. Like, hell yeah, dude.
All right, guys. 12 p.m. noon on Sundays. So we'll see you guys next week. All right, peace.